In this video, we're going to talk about large organizations and why they are terrible at breakthrough innovation. So I was lucky enough to talk to a CEO of a multi-hospital system somewhere in the middle of America, and the conversation turned to innovation. This CEO was pressured, like many health systems, of coming up with an innovative way to reduce costs for care, outpatient and inpatient. As you know, many healthcare providers are being pressured. The payer mix isn't as good, and the old models of care just won't cut it anymore. So he said, we need to be innovative and have breakthrough ideas because we can't squeeze any more juice out of the way we're doing things. So we need to be innovative like small companies. And I said, okay, that sounds great. What are you doing to be innovative like small companies? And the CEO said, Joe, we have it figured out. We have a three-tiered plan. We're going to double down investment on our research and innovation. They had a research and innovation department. We're going to push a culture of innovation. Great. And then we're going to create or expand our continuous improvement team. This is a team of project managers, specialists that train others to try to make improvement part of everybody's job. And one of the good things about being a consultant from the outside is you could say, okay, but I don't think that's going to work, or I don't think that's going to give you all the results you want. So that begged the question, why do smaller companies innovate? Why are they better at breakthrough ideas? And it's for a few reasons. One is there's fewer people, so the organization tends to be compressed a little bit more, and people know each other better. So you could come with a half-baked idea, probably talk to the CEO and say, hey, you know what we should do with XYZ? Now, and there's no presentation. Now contrast that with a larger organization where you might have an idea. You're going at great personal risks to present even a slightly controversial idea, and you can't share that with the CEO without going through layer, justification, ROIs, risk assessments, just to find out that some mid-level gatekeeper along the way shot down your idea. So large organizations have a way of stifling good ideas. Healthcare organizations, I hate to say it, are even worse because doctors and healthcare culture is naturally risk-averse. You do not want a creative brain surgeon wildly trying ideas, right? You want a very controlled, best practice, steady hands, in control individual to practice what works. So why do I not like the CEO's plan, or why do I not like it as far as meeting the objectives of coming through wild ideas? One, the first one, streamlining and investing in research and innovation in the departments. Even if you did that very well, the output will be maybe medical devices, innovation, but it's not reaching your objective function. The aim is bad. So if your objective is to come up with revolutionary ways to deliver care, that's not going to help you. It might be helpful, but not in that way. Second is pushing a culture of innovation. The problem with saying you're going to push a culture of innovation is it's an impossible task. The bigger and the longer the organization has been established, the deeper those cultural roots grow. So even though you might give a presentation saying that it's safe now to talk to your boss and throw out these good ideas, it's really not. In fact, a person might be at great personal risk at doing that. And then let's take the last one. Finally, the continuous improvement team. What do I like about that and not like about it? First off, it's the closest you come to actually transforming culture and coming through with some breakthrough ideas. The problem is that continuous improvement, just even by the very nature of it, has people continuously or incrementally improve. So if it's great, and I'd recommend anybody do that. However, for big breakthrough ideas, it probably won't deliver that. So the CEO says, great, thanks for trashing all my hopes and dreams, Joe. So what can we do? I said, well, let's look at what small companies do well that big companies don't. They have smaller teams. They have groups that are specifically purposed or empowered to make change, so they have aim. They have distinct time to do it. They have it's okay to fail. They have budget, and you could recommend or you could curate that culture specifically. But you can't do it. You can't, nor do you necessarily want to transform your entire culture to be innovative, groundbreaking, and breakthrough. And I think that's a mistake that a lot of CEOs make. So what can you do, and what might that look like? You can create a subculture or a very specific set that's tasked with innovation and breakthrough. You could curate that culture. What might that look like in the instance of what the CEO wanted? So if I'm going to take and empower a small subculture, a small team, and by the way, if you want to look at a company who did this well in the I think early 40s, Lockheed Martin made a group called the Skunk Works, where they got a group of engineers. It was a small group. They were empowered with budget. You could start a project on a handshake. And that's an example of a smaller company in a large company that came up with some of the most revolutionary breakthroughs in airplanes and bombers and stealth technology and everything else. So case study that if you're interested. So the idea here would be similar. So you take a small team, say a couple of the doctors in outpatient that are innovative, that might try different models. And you empower them with an administrator, with some resources, maybe a bank of nurses, NPs, PAs, maybe an area where they could trial some models of care. Maybe schedulers, right? You get a small tactical team and then you charge them specifically with the outcome. Not medical research, but coming up with a way to come up with faster, high quality, or even better care with a fraction of the cost. Do something wild. So you charge them with that. And then you give them an impossible target. Now, that's counterintuitive to say, why would you give somebody an impossible target? It actually curates, it actually pulls out breakthrough ideas from standard incremental improvement ideas. For example, if I asked you something silly like deliver a pizza in 45 minutes instead of 55 minutes, team, their brain usually goes to, well, I'm going to make the crust ready-made. I'm going to have better delivery lanes and driving instructions and whatnot. Now, if I said to the same team, you need to deliver pizzas in 5 minutes with 100% accuracy anywhere in the city, suddenly you have, who knows, drones delivering pizza or depots or whatever they might come up with. But the point is that it forces revolutionary ideas, and you could do that only in a subculture. You don't want the entire culture doing that. So build a Skunk Works and then have that team report out. You can curate or control that subculture to have them come out with that. So another idea to enable large companies to innovate like smaller companies would be to have a contest, a very controlled and well-designed contest. Let's say for the context of the CEO, they might have an outpatient contest where there's a certain set of teams, doctor, 2 doctors, nurse, NPPAs, and they have clinic space, or they could try it in their own area where they have the resources, the time, and very specific metrics of success where quality is high, where cost can be calculated, etc. And then you have teams compete against each other. That's another way that you might drive innovation. Perhaps you even give a most innovative care design award, right? You're asking people to push the boundaries. Another benefit of the contest is that a larger group is participating in radical innovation. So there's no faster way to change culture than actually having them participate and think differently, rather than some cultural training where you tell people it's okay to do this when really it's not. There's another couple ideas that I'm not going to share with you because they came from collaboration with a specific client. So to honor our agreement there, I'm not going to go in detail, but there are other things you can do. I'm curious, in the notes or in the text under this video, please let me know ideas that you have for enabling large organizations to come up with breakthrough ideas like smaller organizations. Thanks.